We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the New York Giants.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Barkley, and he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jones. Pass incomplete.
Jones. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 10 yards to go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 42.
Now right away, he'll look to throw.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Haskins, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
The completion there by Haskins, and you think back to the 2019 draft, both Dwayne and his counterpart on the other sideline, Daniel Jones, 1st-round picks in that draft. Jones taken 6th, Haskins 15th, and they might be seeing a lot of each other for quite a while here in the NFC East.
The tackle made at the 44-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Barber. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Running with Barber out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
For Terry McLaurin.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And now Joe Judge going to turn to an official and signal for a timeout.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
To throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
17-yard line.
And the Giants first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
handoff to Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
A 9-yard gain on the
Brandon,
play.
perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
On the carry.
Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
1st and 10.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Being chased out left. He'll run it. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Watch the whip. Slam. Check 43.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
21, 11 yards there, 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
On the play.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to...
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Jones pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins.
And that's complete to Gandy Golden.
That catch good for only a couple.
Antonio Gandy Golden out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now Haskins to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Haskins.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Brl Peppers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He's brought down
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run the draw with Barber. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage.
Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First down, Washington. Haskins finding McLaurin.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
To throw again. Haskins setting up the screen here. It's Barber. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They go play action now. Haskins, throw left side, complete. That's Love. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 4th down, here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Made the tackle.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins stepping up. He'll try and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
7-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On play action, Haskins. That's complete right around the 8. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into a huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, wide open. Complete.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
All the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Complete to
Evan Ingram. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Hey, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day?
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
On the carry.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Haskins will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10.
Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Washington on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action with Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Giants 14, Washington 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Jones looking for Shepard deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Love. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
In the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Barber. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
5 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go with Haskins. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And it's incomplete.
He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
It's 3rd down.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Giants, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.